Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to Roma Theory. Sorry for the delay. I'm really not feeling well. I have a fever and I've got a tummy ache. I've got everything tonight, but we're here. The grind won't stop. Roma won Torino 0, of course. Halloween night. I hope everybody had fun. I had fun, but then I fell sick this morning. I got scared yesterday in those haunted houses in the countryside of Rome. It was great fun. I hope everybody's Halloween was fun as well. I want to speak about yesterday's game. I want to speak about what's next. And I want to speak about, again, is the manager at risk? Is the manager scraping this sacking? Will he survive? And how long will he survive if he does survive? These are all things that I want to touch on in today's live stream. So if you're ready, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how your Halloween went. Leave a comment in the live chat and down below. And let's get into it. Right, let's speak about the game first. Because, of course, we got the 3 points. In moments like these, the oxygen that you need are the 3 points. And it's 3 points that feel like a breathe. They feel like a fresh air, a breath full of fresh air. That's how they feel. Because not obtaining 3 points yesterday would have literally pushed us even further into this crevice, into this black hole. And look, if we hadn't gotten 3 points yesterday, then God only knows what would have happened. I think he would have been sacked. So getting 3 points not only allowed us to climb a few positions in the league, not only did 3 points allow us to kind of reflect on that Fiorentina game and put it away, even partially, put it away for at least one evening, at least for a few days, and starting to rebuild momentum after not only a defeat on the pitch, but what had been described as the manager as a complete debacle even inside of the locker rooms, you know, arguments over arguments, violence and everything. So it's not easy to get 3 points immediately after you're coming from such a defeat. And I am happy that we got 3 points. I'm very happy that we got 3 points because also I would say that going into the game, I did not think that getting 3 points was going to be that easy. I think Torino played the worst game of the season so far. As far as I'm aware, you know, that's the worst game that Torino played. And we managed to beat them. We managed to dominate them because, yes, we deserved to win, I agree. But it's not enough. And the truth here is that this is just not enough. We won, yes, but we won with the minimum requirement possible. And you won with a goal that against probably all the rest of the teams that you can face in the league, in the Serie A, you would not concede because it's a goal that is coming from 2 individual mistakes. The back pass from Linetti, and of course, the biggest mistake, that defender. Any other defender would have cleared that ball away. But, you know, he can't. Dybala, look, Dybala's shot was a good shot because not everybody actually hits the goal and kicks it on target from that position. So I will not discredit Dybala in any way, but I would also say that any other defender would have cleared that ball away. And the reason that ball went in is because that idiot tripped on the ball and literally kicked it in by himself. So I don't think that those 3 points yesterday are the solution moving forward. I don't think that 3 points yesterday and the way we obtained the 3 points yesterday are going to open up many doors because yes, I agree. There was a good reaction for 30 minutes. But after those first initial 30 minutes, we did absolutely nothing. And again, we struggle scoring goals. We struggle to convince inside that football pitch. And it's still a team full of question marks. You know, the first thing which I would say is those 30 minutes that we played well, we played really well. Those initial 30 minutes that I saw were some very good 30 minutes. High intensity, high pressing, quick passes, no backup passes, trying to find quick gaps inside the box, trying to shoot, Those 30 minutes is what Juric wants to see from this team, and what I want to see, and all of us want to see every single weekend, possibly for longer than 30 minutes. But I also would say, I don't trust these players. Because those first 30 minutes were good, but they were good because a reaction was inevitably going to happen after that 5-1 defeat. Because even if you are against a manager, which I personally still think that these players aren't fully convinced by this man, and I would not get fooled by the fact that we beat Torino 1-0, the minimum required possible. Yes, we got 3 points, but we played well for 30 minutes, and those 30 minutes that I want to focus on, my question is, that is the 30 minutes that they had to play, because we're coming from such a humiliation that those good 30 minutes had to be there. And the fact that those 30 minutes only lasted 30 minutes is worrying. I don't trust these players. They react whenever they want to react, but they never give a sense of continuity to their reactions. And this is kind of the definition of this start of the season. We played well first half yesterday. We played a really good game against Udinese because the manager had changed and a reaction was needed. A reaction towards the fans was needed, or otherwise the fans would have killed you. And you beat Udinese 3-0, convincing win, but then you were absolutely shit for the past month, for the next month after that game. So, again, I'm happy, but I am not convinced, because number one, performance-wise, moving forward, we're not going to get anything done if we play like this. And number two, my question is still centered on the manager, and it still goes, I still think that I don't want them. And I just feel like that reaction that they pulled yesterday is a reaction that they had to give. Otherwise, the fans would have prepared a revolution. But I saw a lot of individual good things. The best things that I saw in yesterday's game were, of course, Paulo Dybala. Paulo Dybala is the light in this dark alley. Paulo Dybala is trying to center the team around him. He's trying to become more of a leader in this team. And you can tell, because if you go back and watch the post-match, after we won the game, when all the players had their handshakes with the Torino players, you can see Dybala really trying to get the best out of their players. Going to Zvilar, going, yes, Mile, and then going to Mancini and going to... Dybala wants to be a big part of this group, and I think he is able to be a big part of this group, also on a leader point of view. Dybala playing as a false nine, not a bad idea. It worked yesterday. But of course, the difference in height and the difference in physique is not ideal, because he gets bullied a lot. But of course, and the other weak point with starting Dybala as a false nine, in fact, the weak point of yesterday's game is that our attack, the average height of our attack yesterday was probably 1 meter tall. Baldanzi, Dybala, and who was it? Zalewski, Pisilli. You cannot... You need, of course, that somebody is Dovbyk, and he had a flu yesterday, so he wasn't available. Starting Dybala as a false nine can be good in terms of creativity, but it's not good in terms of physique. And the second you play a very physical team, Dybala, Baldanzi, Pisilli will not maintain their rhythms and their physique. So that's a limit of Dybala as a false nine. Now, the other big point that I liked about yesterday's game was the Koné-Lefebvre duo. I don't want to see Koné and Lefebvre sitting on that bench ever again. Ever again. If that man wants to save his job, one of the things that he needs to do is start this French duo every single game for the majority of games. Because for the first time, and I can't remember how much, I saw legs running in that midfield. And when I mean legs running, I mean transitioning in the offensive section and tracking down on the defensive section. And Koné and Lefebvre alternated between the two really, really well. And that was a good insight of yesterday's game. It's something that I really liked about yesterday's game. Um, Other than that, I don't know. I don't know how I feel, I feel like there's still a lot to go and there's still a lot to improve. Now the question is, can we win on Sunday? Number one. Can we officially start winning games on a streak? Can we officially start rebuilding and kind of restarting from a terrible start of the season, which basically culminated in that 5-1 defeat. That 5-1 defeat was the cherry on the cake of this drastic start to the season between bad results and changing managers. After that 5-1 defeat, this team needs to understand that they need to give a shift. They need to give a shift, or the train to even get in the left side of the league table will run away, and it's going to be very hard to catch it. Moving into Sunday's game, of course, I'm sure we'll speak about tomorrow's game. We'll speak about Sunday's game tomorrow in a dedicated match preview. But all I can say regarding the manager is I still, for the first time, post-match, hearing his interview, I heard somebody honest. For the first time ever, I heard somebody who isn't saying that everything is perfect and that everything is working well and that the players are all perfectly working under perfect conditions. For the first time ever, I saw a manager who has understood the reality, in a sense that the next game that he loses or draws, that the anti-Juric movement will attack him even more. A manager who has understood that he needs to be very delicate with these players because these players will stab him in the back very, very soon if the results don't give a sense of, rhythm. And number three, somebody who is acknowledging for the first time ever his own mistakes. Somebody who said, up to now, what I did is mediocre. Up to now, all that I can do to get the faith back from the fans is change. But again, going back to what I was saying in yesterday's stream, I feel like Juric has got no protection at this football club. I have a feeling, and I will give the analogy again, that Juric is a dead man walking. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I still have a feeling when I see this manager on the touchline, or whenever I see this manager speak, I don't know why, it's an automatic flash, but I see this man as a sacked manager. And of course, it can't be good. It can't be good if we connect this man to being sacked. Sunday's game is going to be crucial. Again, I think winning yesterday didn't change the current situation, in the sense that if we lose on Sunday, we'll be back where we started. We will be back with the fans attacking him, with the players attacking him. And at the end of the day, one time he saved himself, 2 times he'll probably save himself, 3rd time that this happens, he will be sacked. So I still see Juric as in a very risky position. I still see Juric dancing on thin ice. And the only thing that I saw yesterday, which is a positive thing, is a manager who has clarified with his players. I saw a manager who, in preparation for the Torino game, I'd imagined said to the players, if you don't want me, tell me now and I will resign. Because as much as it is true that, look, the players might not want to give the 100% best for him, they won yesterday. And of course, it's not the perfect of wins, but they won yesterday. If they did want him sacked, which I still believe they don't want him. My vision and my view and my opinion is that the majority of these players fell out with him. But they tried to clarify. They tried to rebuild their status and their relationship, and they won yesterday. But again, I said this at the start, and I will say it again. If yesterday's win does not give a sense of rhythm and a sense of momentum, we will have to be changed. I still think that this man is not the correct man. My opinion doesn't change after a shitty 1-0 win. I still believe that this manager is the last one to be blamed on the one hand, but also on the other hand, is not the perfect man to sit on this bench because he cannot deal with a bigger environment. He cannot deal with a bigger media pressure. He cannot deal with a more populist fan base. And he cannot deal with players stabbing him in the back. And nothing around Roma suggests to me that this manager can control the situation and bring us to success. So I'm divided between two. I will say it again, and I will say it again because this thing needs to be stressed. His decisions are poor. His interviews are poor. But on a base level, he's the last one to be blamed. We accepted this job with no protection, being protected by somebody who literally can't even speak one word in Italian because Ghisolfi is absolutely useless. And Ghisolfi is so useless that you've got no idea. He's useless because he can't decide anything on the behalf of the Fredkins, because we've seen this. Ghisolfi never wanted Rossi to be sacked, but the Fredkins didn't let Ghisolfi kind of speak up, and they adopted the actions against him. And number two, you've got somebody who can't speak Italian. How on earth can he be in a useful position, let's call him, if he doesn't speak Italian and if he can't decide anything? So Ghisolfi is absolutely useless. And the only one who protects this manager is Ghisolfi, who I think deep down didn't even want him as a replacement of De Rossi. Because whoever brought Juric here is Lino Soluku, turning down managers like Thomas Tuchel, apparently. So this manager needs to go. My opinion does not change. My opinion does not change because we will not achieve anything with him on the bench. And that's a matter of fact. That is a matter of fact. We won't get top four. We won't get Europa League most probably. We won't win the Europa League. And we won't win the Coppa Italia with him. Now, I'm not saying that whoever comes next can win one of these things or achieve one of these things, because look at the position that he's been placed in and look at where he is. But there are other managers which have better tools in achieving what we need to achieve. But, as I said, he's the last one to be blamed. So I'm like, I want him to get sacked. Yes, I do. But I want him to get sacked for somebody who either knows how to win or either knows what Romanism is, represents it, and distributes it, and gets all of that, electric empathy back going at the stadium. That's what I'll say. Let me read a few comments and then I'll end it. Pellegrini and Cristante, all they do is take the ball and pass it back. They never attack. That's why we're such a shit club. This was the first game I saw players really interacting strongly with each other throughout the game, and even after on socials, which they never did after any other game. I agree to disagree. I agree. The first 30 minutes of yesterday's game were very solid. But it's a reaction that needed to happen. And it's a reaction that I don't trust these players. They've given reactions over reactions after managers were sacked or in moments of despair to then, the week after, lose a game. Mourinho was sacked, they gave a reaction with De Rossi. De Rossi was sacked, they gave a reaction with Juric. But then all of this to, in the long term, be shit. So I don't trust these players. And in order for me to get my faith back going with these players, is they need to win a lot of games in a row or get points in a lot of games in a row. Otherwise, I don't trust them. No more ugly football from the Middle Ages. Hi Simo, what I see that there is no continuous play, even if there is no hard pressing from the opposition. If they press harder, we are struggling even more, says Andre. Roma is uniting around the leaders in the squad, much better than Cristante and Paredes. Lefia and Kone 100%. I don't think they're waiting for Juric to fail. I think they are unable to convince anyone better to come and fix this mess. Who would want to adopt this problem? Well, yeah, not many would accept a midterm job, and certainly not many would accept this current job. I know as a matter of fact, Claudio Raneri would accept. Now, of course, you might not want Ranieri. That's perfectly fine, because, I mean, I would take Ranieri over Juric 100%, because as I said multiple times, and I will say it again, you need somebody who gets the fans back and the players back with the fans. You know, for example, if Ranieri sits on the bench tomorrow or the next home game, I can guarantee you that Pellegrini won't be booed. That, again, you see what I mean? You need somebody who makes the players connect with the fans. Just like that, you will get the enthusiasm and the mechanism going, and you can win good games, and you can have good chances at winning things. You know, I could guarantee you that if Ranieri or De Rossi, somebody who gets the Romanism back in Roma fans going, if they sit on the bench of the next game, Cristante and Pellegrini won't get booed. They won't get booed. But because Juric is on the bench, and Juric, and the majority of Roma fans don't feel represented by Juric, they also reflect their anger on the players and on the captain. You know, has Pellegrini ever been booed with De Rossi? With De Rossi we lost games. Why did Pellegrini never get booed? Because these human beings who know Romanism, who bleed Romanism, who breathe Romanism, know how to behave and know how to make the fans behave regarding the players. So, as a matter of fact, Ranieri would accept, because Ranieri said it many times. Whenever Roma calls, I accept, I don't decline. Other managers, I don't know. Apparently, the Fredkins are using an algorithm to choose managers. If that's true, that shows you how low of a football IQ they know. But yeah, let's see what happens. And we definitely can't hope that we lose games for the manager that gets sacked. We're going to lose more games, and there are going to be chances that the manager gets sacked in the future. It's not a justifiable behavior to hope that our team lose games just because Juric gets sacked. It's not respectful for him, because as much as I want him to get sacked, and I will say, I'm not scared of saying it, I don't want him to lose games. I want us to lose games. I want him to get sacked in the best way possible, if you see what I mean. Which is why after that 5-1 defeat, he had to get sacked. I would never hope for my team to lose a game just because my manager needs to get sacked. Team comes first, manager comes second. In all likelihood, Juric will remain until the end of the season, but everyone wants a change, so Juric being sacked will eventually happen, says Big Earn. If you had a chance to ask De Rossi any one question, what would you ask him? Would you come back? If they call you, would you come back? I know that he would say yes, but yeah, either that or one word to describe Lina Suluku. No, either that or what happened the day you were sacked? I don't know, something like that. Something to better understand the position of this football club and the direction of this football club. Right, I'm going to end it. I'll catch you soon. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Everybody in this stream, if you're watching live or not, please do hit the like. It supports the channel and the video a lot. Let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below. It helps the algorithm. And I will catch you tomorrow with the Verona match preview. And then on Sunday, we've got the match reaction and, of course, the game at 6 p.m. Talk to you soon. Simo out.